My name is Eric.
My name is Arsh.
Hi, my name is Zeke.
My name is Ben Hawkins.
Hi, my name is Reagan, aka Miss Chim Chim.
So, who saw T1 blast HLE the other night? Am I right?
Of course.
Game 3 was so
It really was.
I think my strategy today is just to try and get a sense of who I feel like could actively be watching the games. And I think the main thing is trying to stray away from just conversation about international or the teams going to international.
I think it was fun because I thought that HLE was gonna blast T1 low key.
I mean, that was like the general, or at least like if not blast, like HLE was definitely favored going in. And I mean, even the casters talked a lot about it, like Chronicler and stuff. HLE was favored. We're hoping T1 could show up, but not like this. I mean, the series got so out of control so fast.
My strategy today is just to go in and use my gut of what knowledge I know and see if it like lines up with other people.
What about the other series against?
I was really rooting for KT, man. I saw them. They were making the miracle run, and then they won. I think they won game 1 against T1, right? Yeah, they won game one, and I was so excited. And I went, KT, they're gonna do it. And then they got
I
blasted.
feel like KT always wins one game against T1 and then gets blown out. People are like, dude, KT, this is the year. They go into a series against T1, and it's like, they did so well. And then 20 seconds into game 2, it's like, whoop, never mind.
What's KT's tablet perfect? He made me so sad in that series. Like, man, Doran died to Krugs, and yet he still had a much better. He comes back and dies from dying from Krugs, and he like solo kills York Renekton matchup like 2 times. I'm like, what just happened?
And
Like,
then he stole Otacon with Camille Q.
that was hype. That was hype.
I hate Doran so much. When they announced that, I was like, it's gotta be a troll. I saw it was the official T1 account, and I still thought it was a troll. I was like, there's no way this was true. He trolled my baby boy Chovy for so long, and he gets to play with Faker. I'm so mad.
So what's your guys' like first memory watching LCK? Or did you have like a first favorite roster? I know everyone's like probably a T1 fan to some extent, just innately if you play League of Legends, but
KT Roaster Bullets.
good pick. Wow.
Back when they
he
had
knows ball.
Back
he
when
knows
they
ball.
had when they had Insec and Score as ADC. Back before he turned to a jungler.
Yeah. Arsh, as the youngest man, do you know what a sister team is?
I-
Are you familiar?
Okay, I know what a sister team is, only because Faker was on one. I did not know that I didn't know Score was an ADC. I didn't know about KT Roster Bullets. I didn't know any of that.
Can you name another sister team other than
SKT
SKT1?
T1.
Well, like, yeah, other than that, because he already talked about.
Was there like, well, there was SSG, right? SSG had 2 teams. Samsung?
Yep, Samsung White, Samsung
Samsung
Blue.
Blue.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Was there,
all right.
am I insane, or was there like Najin, White Shield, and Najin?
Okay, all right.
Okay, wow, okay.
This guy knows the teams that have been to Worlds.
Yeah, I know. Those are all the
I mean, that's
I've clicked on the Worlds
those are good.
2014 thing and like scrolled through.
Those are good. Those are good pulls. Those are good pulls.
The reason I ask is just I'm a big Longzhu gaming guy. I really liked. I think Prey and Gorilla are like the best bot lane of all. Well, not the best, but they were the most fun for me to watch when I was growing up. So.
Reagan, do you have a favorite team?
T1. I really like
That,
T1.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite player on T1?
You know, I think, Zay. Oh, wait. I really like, Faker. He's great. But Keria, I do think I like him because he brings a lot of variety, and that variety goes all over the world. It's not just staying in LCK or staying in Korea. I hate to do this to my dear friend, my elderly friend, but
Elderly is insane.
I do believe maybe Zeke. It's kind of hard in the first round. Like it could still be anybody.
I can tell you who I'm not sus of at all. I think Ben is knowledgeable, and then I think, to be completely fair, for me, it's anyone in the middle. I'm leaning at Arsh. I think it's maybe it's a little ageist of me, just because I am jealous that he has so much life to live and I don't. But I think he's pulling out, and it's not his fault. He's very familiar with Keria, very familiar with Guma. I think that he could be like a Worlds watcher, but I don't know if he's an LCK fan, and that's just where I'm leaning.
Listen, I'll tell you this.
I would also like to join Zeke and vote for Arsh.
Okay.
I also agree with the whole Worlds watcher, because all the Korean teams he was naming that were like the old ones were all the ones that made it to Worlds. And then all he talked about was Guma and Garia.
Which is valid. They're
Nothing else, which it's like, you know, it's fine.
I will
but
say-
it felt a little T1 fanboy.
In my defense, that was what we were discussing, but I mean, I will say like DK is my least favorite team because of one specific player. And so I like tuning in to watch them lose, even though Showmaker losing is sad.
LCK hate watcher. I see.
I mean, I think that like watching LCK, I can't watch every time there's a match because it's at 1 a.m. Like, as much as I'm unemployed, like, that's hard.
Real ball knowers know. The first best of 3 starts at midnight Pacific.
True. 11 a.m. or midnight.
Unfortunately, I think I'm on the same wavelength
Look,
of
I'm
Eric and Zeke here.
I'm not gonna front. I was gonna vote Eric no matter what, but then he said KT Bullets not a
Yeah, I was. I'm gonna be
think-
honest. You were saying I'm pretty safe. I'm feeling pretty good about Eric too. Like Eric's
But
pretty.
it's about who watches LCK now, not about who watched LCK back in the day.
I-
That's what I'm saying.
I guess
like,
that's fair.
I watch it. I know I watch it now.
Well, what's the definition of an LCK fan actually, though?
Well, that's what we
Like, are
established
you
from the start.
a religious now watcher or just a fan of LCK
Well,
over,
maybe.
over time? I think I'm gonna vote Arsh for a majority, but I will say we didn't hear much from Reagan, so keep an eyes out.
She just hates me because I'm old, but that's fine.
Arsh, thank you for your time. Step on out and come observe with us.
Love the LCK? Sign up for Coinbase today and make a trade for a chance to win a trip to Worlds 2025. I'd like to start just to corroborate the beef. What's up? What's up? Is there
Oh
anything,
my God.
is there anything I can answer to help kind of get you off of the sussing me out trail? Because
Name every LCK player ever.
Okay. Faker, all the guys he played with. No. Could we do you know the top 4 seeds of LCK currently? Now that it's over, the people who finished the top 4.
Yes. Do you?
Yeah, we can go back and forth. We can go back and forth if you want to.
I think, okay, maybe pick LCK.
Okay.
Let's do KT versus T1.
Okay.
Do you watch until the interviews? Like, do you watch the whole thing?
Well, I watched English broadcasts.
Right, so do you watch the whole thing until the
yeah.
interviews? Okay, so after KT versus T1, you know who won, obviously. There were 3 players that like emoted after they won the game. Who were the 3 players?
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna.
But you watched the whole thing.
I did watch the whole thing. I couldn't tell you who emoted. I know it looks bad. It looks bad. Do you know? Do either of you know the answer?
I couldn't answer this.
Okay.
Really?
I'm trying to think,
Okay.
because I feel like I remember seeing this, but I feel like Doran did. Because I feel like, I remember someone did like the brush off the shoulder
he's
one.
good, he's good. He's
Like
good.
Doran like brushed it off his shoulder like,
Yes.
oh, that was easy after he
Okay,
died
there's
to
2 more
Krugs.
players.
Okay. I couldn't
then-
answer. I'm not gonna lie and pretend like I can't answer.
I feel like I can
can't
guess
answer
the
that
other
either.
2,
I really
but
don't know.
I don't
I
know.
really don't know.
Interesting. Okay, well, to
Well,
clear
I'm
my
off
name.
your- I'm off your trail. I'm off your
Yeah,
trail.
to clear
Okay,
my
perfect,
name,
perfect.
it was Doran. He brushed his shoulder off. After that, owner laughed at him.
Yeah.
Then Faker just,
was there.
and then Zeus like was waiting for his turn, and then like did his like little hair thing.
Zeus?
And then.
What do you mean by Zeus?
Oh, I'm sorry. Who are you, see? I'm so sorry. I think I love Zeus. I don't know.
So now I have a question for you 2.
Okay.
Who were the top 5? Or what was the last game of the season? There was a tiebreaker, and it's like the 2 groups, right? Who was the 2 teams that played in the tiebreaker for the last spot?
DK and KT, right?
Was it?
I don't think it was DK. Wait, it was KT and was it Nongshim?
For the tiebreaker?
Yeah.
Because it was.
Time.
Friends.
Interesting. You know, after the last question about the tiebreaker, Zeke, I have to jump on you because it was KT.
That's
DK, so.
super valid. Yeah.
It's not looking great for you, my friend. To be honest, I was feeling pretty good. Now I'm not so sure. I don't put as much stock, I will say, in like the player emote thing, just because I do feel like that could just be like it feels to me like a Twitter clip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? However, it's a good pool. So it's like as I said too, I don't remember that. Like, so I feel like it's kind of hard for me to put stock into that, but the tiebreaker thing.
Due to unfortunate circumstances, my intuition is still leaning in this direction.
Don't think you have reason to change.
As much as that was such a heartfelt speech that you just gave.
Yeah.
I knew it was Zeke. I don't know. It was just like my intuition was leading that way, and I normally trust my gut. And I really think he wasn't really like giving enough information about LCK today. So
Yeah, so I think with Zeke, it was the not knowing that it was KTDK in the tiebreaker. Because I think that was like a pretty big match in terms of the LCK because it determined like seeding for the playoffs, seeding for the net split of like who's in which group. I feel like I remember him saying it was like Nongshim, and Nongshim were definitely way better. So I think that question was really what gave it away for me.
Yeah, I'm voting Zeke. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, my dear friend.
No hard feelings. I appreciate it.
See ya, Boomer.
Wow.
I'm voting for Reagan. Sorry, you guys messed up. It's fine. It's fine.
I feel like we got the mole. I'm inclined to believe it was Zeke. But also, wait a minute. After
yeah, do you think
that thing about
100%?
Nonshim actually kind of got me curious.
Okay, I just forgot. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, yeah.
Are you 100%?
I have no
that he
excuse.
was
I have
not
no
the
excuse for that. I think it is more than likely one of them.
Yeah.
But I still think it could be Reagan because I have
What
not
the
heard
frick,
you
bro?
talk about a team that is not T1.
Okay, but
I do
like,
kind of agree with what Zeke said on the way out.
I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to play chess. I don't know.
I'm down to go one more round. I'm down to go one more
Let's
round.
go one more round.
Y'all are down to go one more round.
Let's go one more.
After round one, I also felt like it could be Reagan just because I think she just like straight up said the least, not something to hold against her, but it was like, okay, like maybe something to keep in mind.
What was everyone's favorite match this year in LCK?
It's a little bit more recent because it's playoffs, but I had a lot of fun watching KT beat up Nonshim and DK.
Really a sweep.
Yeah, it was just because I've always been a KT fan. They've always just been one of the Korean teams that was like my favorite. So then seeing them do well was really fun, and just, I don't know, I've always been a big BDD guy.
But it was T1 versus, I think it was Genji. And as soon as Guma Yushi walked out, he like winked at the camera and did like his little gun thing. And that was my favorite series.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something less recent, but honestly, the Genji reverse sweep was extremely hype. Game 5.
Peculiar how you can't think back.
I need you guys to go first. I'm still thinking about it.
Well, I think
You're
it's
still
Reagan,
sus?
unfortunately.
Really?
Because well, especially if I have to pick someone.
I'm
but-
not doing this out of spite, but I am voting you because you didn't get the emote question correct. You got a lot. He got a lot of questions wrong today. We can't just sit here and let that go by.
What was the other question? I don't even
He
remember.
got the emote question wrong. He can't name a series that was older than 2 seconds ago. He
That was like 3 days ago. I think I'm gonna vote for you, Rick.
Are you serious?
Okay, I also think the not knowing what team Berserker plays for,
Bro.
and having only watched one of their games when he's your non-T1 favorite player.
Dude,
I feel like
I've
if-
stated so many emotes. That's such a random
Okay,
thing.
but-
Who is not watching? Like,
But
that's
the
obvious I'm
emotes,
watching.
but the emotes is like,
who's posting that on Twitter? Who's posting
I don't
that on
necessarily
Twitter?
put it against Ben that he doesn't know the emotes.
But you know the emotes. We're the only two who knows the emotes. I don't know what else to give them. I am holding a literal Faker sign. I don't know what else I could do. I think I would have to go play on the LCK stage myself for them to think that I watch LCK.
There's more
Okay, for the
things
sake of voting, let's vote him out.
But I think it's you.
You think I'm the wait? You think
I
I'm
think
the
between
whole
you
thing?
two, I think you're more suspicious than Ben is.
Bro, this is insane. This is insane to me. I have a Faker sign, and you're voting out the guy or me? That's crazy.
It's because it's the it's the T1 support to the to such a level.
You're making a big mistake.
I'm laughing so hard. It's really funny. I really hope you're not the mole, man, because if you're the mole, I'm gonna be really bad.
Do you feel confident that you got the mole?
I think so. I feel fairly confident. However, the little voice in the back of my head is warning that potentially I made a mistake, and it is Ben. But I feel more confident that it was either Zeke or Arsh.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that we got the mole as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm happy that we won another round because I think the Berserker answer did not inspire confidence for me, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Reagan.
So do you think you got the mole?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't throw at the very end. Let's go.
Okay.
Were you the mole? And if you were not, can you tell us who you think it is?
I was not the mole.
Really? Okay.
And I'm gonna say that it was Zeke.
They hate old people. They hate old people. Hi, my name is Zeke. I'm the mole today. So I've gotten pretty good at gaslighting people, just like as I've experienced life. I did watch a lot of LCK back in the day, OGN, 2014, 2015.
I am not the mole. And I definitely, like, woman's intuition, what can I say? Like, from the get-go, game 1, minute 1, second 1, I was spot on. I know it was you. I know it was you.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, I'm the mole. You know what's really messed up is if it had gone an extra round, I knew the Berserker played for DNF. I knew they went 1-17, and I was like, if I could just spin the narrative that Reagan's a T1 superfan who's posing as an LCK viewer, I think I could have made it as I could have won. I grew up watching LCK or OGN back in the day.
OGN.
I grew up watching OGN and LCK like every weekend when I was in high school. So.
I could really tell because you were spitting facts from like a while ago, and then you said like you couldn't catch LCK because you were doing LTA.
That was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. And if you're a fan of League of Legends, sign up for Coinbase today and make a trade for a chance to win a trip to Worlds 2025.